Does Janibek deserve to be in the top 10 pound for pound rankings? For the past year, I've been saying that Janibek is a very underrated fighter and deserves to be in these top 10 rankings. After all, he is the unified middleweight champion, holding the WBO and the IBF titles. Recently, he stopped Annual Ngamesenge this past Saturday in 5 rounds. Watching Janibek's fights, he really is just a brutal fighter who's going to walk you down. Also, he doesn't seem like the guy who's going to duck or be scared of anybody. If we take a look at his resume, he's 32 years old, 17-0 with 12 wins by knockout, won the WBO interim title in 2022 against Danny Dignam, and then became the official champion in 2022, beat Denzel Bentley, Stephen Butler, and then won the IBF title against Vincenzo Galtieri. That was by a 6-round knockout. His last 3 fights were by knockout. If we look at the current ring pound for pound rankings, okay, we have Taraji at number 10, Devin Haney number 9, Junto at number 8. All right, Devin Haney, definitely you could replace him with Janibek. Canelo Alvarez at number 7, which I think Canelo should be, of course, a bit higher. Jesse Rodriguez at 6, Beterbiev at 5, Bivol 4, Terence Crawford 3, Inoue at 2, Usyk at number 1. So you could really swap out Devin Haney or Taraji and put Janibek in there. It's hard, of course, with Devin Haney because, well, he's the former undisputed champion at lightweight, bumps up to 140 and wins the title there. But he's been active for almost a year now. Okay, Janibek's been staying active and fighting and is still the unified champion. If you don't want to give Janibek's Devin Haney spot, well, then you could definitely give away Kenshiro Taraji's spot. Now, Taraji was unified champion in 2 divisions, but he does have a knockout loss on his resume. But if you want to make the case, to make Janibek a top 10 pound for pound fighter, it'd be to replace either Devin Haney or Taraji. Before we continue, I'm going to give a shout out to Hayabusa, a new sponsor I picked up. Make sure to use the code ALEXD, ALEXD, all caps. Link in the description. You get 10% off your orders. They have some of the best boxing gloves out there, some of the best boxing equipment in the sport of boxing. Now, what's next for Janibek? It's really time for him to really face a good top fighter. I know, title defenses are good fights, right? He's fighting top 10 guys, but I like to see him go for that 3rd or 4th belt. Of course, at the WBA title, we have Eris Landy Lara, who holds that. He's old. I think definitely Janibek could beat him. And then WBC, Carlos Adames, who I definitely think Janibek has the abilities to beat. The middleweight division, not the strongest anymore, okay? Middleweight division, probably one of the weakest in boxing right now. So I would like to see Janibek bump up to a 168 if he wants a big fight. He's been calling out Canelo. I think Canelo beats him, but I definitely think he has the abilities to beat a guy like William Skull. Definitely has the abilities to beat Berlanga, Jamie Munguia, Caleb Plant. So even though he's dominating at middleweight, I think he could be unstoppable, unbeatable, go undisputed at middleweight. If he wants these big fights, being 32 years old, the big fights are to bump up at 168 or 175. Okay, I don't think he's going to fight Canelo, even though he's been calling him out. I think that'd be a good fight. I think Canelo beats him, though. But if Canelo was to scatter the belts, I definitely think Janibek could pick up a belt out 168 and, like I said, beat the guys I mentioned. But he's just continuing to be an underrated fighter. I really think that Janibek can make the case to be a top 10 pound for pound fighter, and like I mentioned, be undisputed at the middleweight division. And he's defending his titles, having 5 title defenses. But for right now, to finish the year off, I really think that we go for a 3rd title for Janibek, whether it's against Lara or Adames. I think Lara would be the fight to make. I think he could beat Lara, probably stop him. Adames would be a tougher fight, but I think that fight he can win as well. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Janibek. Does he deserve to make the top 10 pound for pound rankings? How far could he go? Who could he beat? Who do you want to see him fight next? I'm out, guys. Peace.